Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today we've got a game from bwreplays.com as usual, and this time it's between Rush and Bisu here on Fighting Spirit. In the top right-hand corner of the map, we've got the blue Terran player. It is Rush. I know it says Moksegi up there, but I assume that's a Smurf. And in the bottom right-hand corner, the teal Protoss player, you know him and love him as Bisu. All right, so Bisu versus Rush here. Rush is a Korean Terran player, played for CJ Entus, has competed in such places as Danjing Star League, Africa Star League, Vent National Star League, as well. He's been around for about 6 years now. So he's kind of a latecomer to the StarCraft 2. Bisu is one of the old guard. He's been around forever. He is probably the most terrifying Protoss player ever to pick up a keyboard and mouse, and Rush is just going to have his hands full. Going to have his hands full with this match in this classic PvT featuring old versus new. Rush versus Bisu. Hey, that rhymed. That rhymed by accident. All right, so PvT here, generally what we're going to see out of the Terran player is mech. There's really just nothing that will work very well against Protoss other than tanks and Goliaths and Vultures and things like that. So Bisu pretty much can expect what's coming here as far as the mid and late game are concerned. He might be able to be caught unawares by some kind of a proxy barracks or some kind of a quick rush to something nuts like Wraiths, but no one does that. Nobody uses Wraiths except for the game I cast last week. Between Hero and Light, did you catch that one? If you didn't watch that one, it is one of the more exciting ZVTs I've ever cast in my entire life. Okay, I haven't cast many ZVTs in Brood War, but nevertheless, it's amazing. You should watch it. I might put a link to it, actually, right up here. If I forget, though, just search on the Brood War Remastered StarCraft Brood War playlist. I think that's all it is. I don't think it's a remastered playlist. I think it's all old school Brood War and new school Brood War 2. And actually, since I can load old replays into the remastered client, it doesn't really matter when it was played. You can all use the remastered graphics, and that's what it's all about. All right, anyway, there is some StarCraft happening. Got a Marine in production here from Rush. Got a probe scouting from Bisu. What are you up to, probe? What are you up to today? Oh, the Falcon Heavy launch was today. I'm casting this on Tuesday of this week and then scheduling it for Saturday, but yeah, probe gets chased away there by the Marine. SCV scouting here too. Yeah, SpaceX. They launched their Falcon Heavy proof of concept launch. It didn't explode on the launch pad. 2 of the boosters managed to land perfectly. They lost the 3rd one as far as I can tell. The core booster was lost, but that's okay. The mission was successful. It got up into space. It's going to orbit Earth for a little bit. Then it's going to orbit Mars is the plan, and I'm just excited. I am excited that Mars colonization, there's one step closer. One step closer on Tuesday. Just great stuff. All right, StarCraft for real this time. Here we go. I can hear the comments now. Getting Singularity Charge, the upgrade for Dragoon attack range by Bisu. If you don't get that upgrade, you forgot it or you're very new to the game. That upgrade comes every single time you're going to make any number of Dragoons for Protoss. SCV scouting in the middle here for Rush. I mean, I guess Bisu could have expanded here, but it is so gutsy to expand in this location in Fighting Spirit. You can get shelled from distance from tanks behind these little walls. It's way open on the top. It's way open on the bottom, and bad stuff will happen to you. Regardless, Dragoon checking to make sure there's no pressure where he wants to expand with his natural base, and there's not. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Bisu, not even the teeniest or tiniest of bits. Factory on the way. First factory of many for Rush. And where are you going to expand, Bisu? Oh, okay. Actually up here to the north instead of to the left. I guess he was checking to make sure there's no proxy stuff over there, which makes sense. Ooh, Goon almost caught that SCV. SCV was hiding to come in for round 2 of scouting and wanted to avoid this, and did. But the Dragoon is pushing up on this front. There are Marines in that bunker, and the Dragoon can't quite do there unless the range is done. Where is the range done? Get there, range. There it is. Now the Dragoons can stay just out of the range of the Marines inside the bunker and shell it from distance, forcing SCVs to be pulled off the line here to try to repair that bunker. This is such a classic opening from Bisu. We've seen this before. SCV Scout might actually live. Yeah, it takes a lot of hits from a Dragoon to kill an SCV. And again, even Bisu, with the maximum number of shots here, the SCV is going to live long enough. But how is this going up here? Not really much is going on. SCVs are repairing. It's lost mining time. It's lost minerals for Rush. And just such a devastating opening from Protoss. If you can get here early enough, time it properly, if there's just a bunker at the front, you're in so much trouble. But tanks, yes, tank in production and siege mode being researched here too. So once that happens, the Dragoons are pretty much forced to hold off. But for the time being, they are the kings of this location, man. 3 Dragoons now. Oh, wait, no, hit the bunker. Don't, why are you going for the barracks? He's trying to, there we go. Oh, too close. There's the sweet spot. There's the sweet spot for you, Mr. Dragoon. Another Dragoon comes up, gets hit by the Marine fire. A little bit too close. A little still too close. There it is. 4 Dragoons hitting, necessitating a number of SCVs to be pulled off to repair. Where is that siege mode? Where that siege mode is at? Oh, the high ground is helping. Actually does take out a Dragoon. A little bit sloppy there from Bisu. Losing that Dragoon. Should have moved it over a tiny bit to keep it alive. Can be. Oh, nope. The repair is too good. There it is. Siege mode. And now I think Bisu should fall back. Yeah, he is. He's going to fall back with his Dragoons. Okay, good job. Good job there, Rush, holding the attack. Did you continue doing stuff while you were holding? Yes, absolutely. Getting upgrades, working on those Vultures, getting the Spider Mine upgrade. Vultures do not come with Spider Mines by default. You gotta research those, and they only have 3 before they run out. So these are things you need to remember if you're going to start playing StarCraft. Third base, warping in for Bisu while Rush is effectively stuck on 2. Is he any signs of expanding from this dude at all? No. No command centers in production. Not even a 1. Vulture's moving out. They're probably going to get speed at the machine shop at some point, but I don't see it here yet. Vulture's running down to this third base location. They're going to try to take it out, but check this out. Dragoons trying to hold it, and a pylon. Going to assist here too. This is just fighting spirit. This is the place to hold against Vulture attacks at your third base. And here we go. Vulture trying to get in, but the triple pylon wall is up. The classic triple pylon wall. I don't know who came up with this, but whoever it was, they were a genius, because it really does shut down Vulture attacks on your mineral line, which are devastating if they can get in. Front covered here by a couple Dragoons and some more pylons. I don't know if the Vultures are going to try to get in there at all, but Spider Mine's getting laid, but with detection, this observer that Bisu's got out and the range on the Dragoons, you can deal with those pretty easily. It does slow down your attempts at moving across the map, though. If your Terran opponent has strewn the area with Spider Mines, it slows down your ability to push across in a timely fashion and can really make getting around hard. But Bisu's used to it. There's your shuttle. There's your first shuttle from Bisu. He loves his shuttle play. He loves dropping zealots on top of tanks. He loves getting zealots inside mineral lines. He just loves them. Loves doing storm drops too. Third base is coming. Where is it? Being built in the main. It will float down to this area, this expansion south of the main base from Rush, which is excellent news. Excellent news indeed. Academy being researched here by Rush. Going to allow stim for Marines. And wait, why is there an academy? I mean, what upgrade the academy is good here, I guess is the question. I can't actually think of one. Someone in the comments is going to be like, dude, you forgot about this, but it's all for Marines and fire bats and medics and stuff. I don't know why he's getting an armory. We'll watch that production tab and see what upgrade he gets, because I'm super confused. Yeah, it's just tanks and Vultures, man. Tanks and Vultures all day long. All day. Couple more Spider Mines getting kicked out of the ground. Singularity charged attacks. Zealots absorbing these hits. Tanks left alone are actually not that great in this situation. Zealot gets right on top of these dudes. But who's in the natural base? Vultures. Is there any saturation here? I don't think there is. Either way, Bisu's pushing at the natural right now. Tanks on the high ground, but dropping the Zealots on the tank. Beautiful move by Bisu as predicted here. Dragoons trying to deal with 4 of these tanks all at the same time. I don't actually know, but Vultures are inside the third base of Bisu too. Oh, finally getting cleaned out by some of those Dragoons. And yes, actually having to pull some SCVs to deal with this. These Dragoons are incredibly annoying for Rush right now, but good surround. And that Dragoon goes the way of all Dragoons that get surrounded by SCVs. Still attacking. Still here, says Bisu. Still got Zealots. Still got Dragoons. How injured are we? I assume pretty injured. Yeah, pretty darn. Actually, Zealot gone. Dragoon wants to finish something off her scout, I guess, but then gets puddled down into blue goo. Some more Dragoons here. Again, SCVs forced to fight for their lives, which is not what they want to do. They want to be mining or harvesting Vespene gas. Thank you very much. So many dead SCVs right now. I wish I could tell you what the SCV count was, but that's not part of the replay interface here in the remastered thing. It was actually really impressive to get a production tab. Either way, tanks, man, Bisu does not care about your tanks. He will kill them. He will kill your SCVs. He will kill your vultures here too. These guys are brutal. They don't even have upgrades yet. It's just a straight up Dragoon attack from Bisu that is incredibly devastatingly effective right now. All the SCVs in the natural are going to die. I just don't see how they live. They're coming into Dragoons. It sure takes a lot of shots to kill them, but there's a lot of Dragoons here. So it's fine. Bisu feels like he's just going to win this thing with Dragoons at this point. Although he is getting a Templar Archives back home and a Stargate. And getting leg enhancements for the Zealots. We're not done yet, but gee really, it's 107 to 51 total supply. Bisu living large, living strong. Spider-Man did get a shot off killing one of the Dragoons there. Tank desperately trying to hold these guys off. Trying to get Spider-Man's burrowed where they can actually fire on the Dragoons, but no, too good is Bisu kiting back and back and back. He's also going for a 4th base in the bottom left-hand corner all at the same time. This Dragoon pressure has been going on for what feels like an eternity to Rush. Pulling SCVs from the main. Ugh, you have to pull SCVs from the main to deal with this. You will know you're in a bad way. A really bad way. All right, so that was effectively the game. I mean, I don't want to call it too soon, but wow, that was a lot of dead workers. It is 105 to 66 total supply. Sure, there's only a handful of Dragoons up here, but it's got little armies all across the map, just defending, making sure that nothing crazy can come out of Rush. And the good news is that Rush kept his 3rd base, right? He's still mining from this. He's not utterly dead in the water. He's kind of creeping back up. 73 to 108 total supply. So, okay. Feeling okay, Rush. Dragoons chasing down Spider Mines. Vultures running around too. Perhaps trying to find a place where they can get some pro kills. Dragoons, get out of here, they say. Get out of our town. Oh, can they get through? Oh, is that a wall? You seriously can't get through that? Oh, okay, that's a gateway. Fair enough. Fair enough. Desperation wall comes up. It's enough to hold off the vultures who are in to eat all of these probes, which is really probably even up the game for Rush. He tried it. He went for what he knew had to do, but it wasn't enough. Was not enough for him. Sending out vultures continually. This is how you play Terran against Protoss. Continued vulture harassment until you can get up a huge tank army, a huge Goliath army, and just crush. But Bisu just making Dragoons and Zealots, man. Getting an Arbiter too, probably for some recall shenanigans. Observer making sure that nothing too crazy comes out of Rush's side of the base. He knows about this, right? I mean, yes, he set an Observer over this way. He knows it exists. All right. I believe Bisu knows it exists. He is just too good of a player to not know a 3rd base exists for his Terran opponent. Well, I mean, Rush seems to be fairly solidified here. I mean, he's got a ton of factories. He's making tanks. Getting a control tower over here on his starport. Vultures running around too. Oh, running into a huge group of Dragoons and getting destroyed. Yep, that'll do it. That'll do, pig. Ooh, researching stasis field. And is that ground weapons level 2? That is ground weapons level 2 from Bisu being researched here at the 13-minute mark, which is beautiful. Just fantastical. All right, here we go. Dragoons, Zealots, 189 to 113 total supply. Bisu has taken the lead back. Well, he's already had the lead, but he's extended the lead quite immensely. Armory for Rush. I mean, he's trying to get to the mid-game. He's trying to get to upgraded mech units, but it's just... I don't know if it's going to work, is all I'm saying. He is mining up his front door. He knows an attack is coming from Bisu right now. Where are the Arbiters? He was making one. I swear he was making one, but goodbye, Spider Minefield. Tanks from the back. Trying to do what they can against this. Observers flying into missile turrets, though. Bad. Okay, guess we lose all the missile observers. That's interesting. And trying to drop Zealots onto the tanks. There we go. Dropping them on the tanks here. Enough Zealots have remained, though. With that speed, they can close the distance very, very quickly to their opponent. Where the what? There was some blue down there. Either way, continuing the attack at the front door. Zealots are going down. Taking tanks with them, though. Taking those tanks with them. Vulture trying to clear out the Zealots. That's what they're there for. And actually, it looks like Rush held. I feel like Rush held there a little bit. It's 156 to 94 total supply, so I feel like Bisu lost more. Lost more in that engagement. But check it out. Another huge just straight Zealot army, man. That's all we need. That's all we need. Got an Arbiter here too. Gonna probably try to stasis field some stuff. Maybe? Do you even need to? I mean, the cloaking might be even enough. Yeah, this is so many zealots right now. And that's the good game. Rush taps out at 15 minutes and 2 seconds, and Bisu stasises his own zealots there in celebration. Bisu. Bisu, yes, scamp. Oh, man, that was just a clinic on Protoss aggression versus Terran. From the early Dragoon harassment on that bunker to just the Dragoon pressure that sat here for what felt like 5 minutes of game time cost so many SCVs their lives. The tank count was not nearly enough to deal with it, and the vultures were entirely useless. So Bisu just putting his what is the word? I want to say it's exhorting his will upon his Terran opponent Rush, showing him what old school Protoss is all about and getting the win. All right, let's go ahead and hop over to the end of game stats. I like doing that. It's always Zerg music for some reason. I don't know why. So 201 units produced by Bisu, killed 132. That's a pretty good ratio. And lost 90 compared to 152 from Rush there. Structures constructed 56 to 50. And resources definitely favoring Bisu across the board here as expected, considering the fact that he was so aggressive and so great at killing SCVs in that game. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another StarCraft Brood War Remastered upload. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.